Hey everybody, it's Glenn, back in this video with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classic Collection Bebop and Rocksteady released earlier this year. It's a 2-in-1 review, come action figure comparison. Inspired by the original TMNT animated series down to the packaging, which is a retro homage to the 1988 figures, the Classic Collection also includes all 4 turtles, albeit out of scale to Bebop and Rocksteady, and honestly, pretty dismal looking. So here they are going toe to toe and nose to nose, or more appropriately, snout to horn. You know how these action figure comparisons work. I'm going to take a look at the various aspects of each action figure, comparing sculpt, deco, accessories and articulation. Then you guys get to declare a victor of the comparison in the comments below. So Playmates is pitching these as collector quality figures, trying to tap into the hot vein of nostalgia fans may have for the original animated series of the late 80s and early 90s. As a kid back then I was a fan of the cartoon, but when it comes to nostalgia I'm not sure how much I have for Turtles, as nostalgia is based on a sentiment from the past. Yeah, I feel like the Turtles have never really gone anywhere. The first cartoon ran for years and years, followed by a live action series, followed by a second animated series, followed by the current cartoon incarnation. Between all those I'm not sure they've ever really been gone long enough for me to miss them. Bebop and Rocksteady are members of a street gang mutated by Shredder into a humanoid warthog and rhino respectively. Side by side like this you can see quite a disparity in the size between the two, with Bebop appearing bulkier with a more hunched posture. In the cartoon I seem to remember them being the same size, and seems illogical to me that a mutated rhino man would be smaller than a mutated warthog man, but you know, here's me looking for logic concerning mutated animal men. So the paint deco on both is very simple, with a lot of flat plastic and no shading or highlighting. The lack of paint apps is no doubt the result of cost cutting, but when Playmates use a term like collector quality, I think of the level of paint apps on figures by, say, NECA, and that quality just isn't here, which is unfortunate as the sculpting on both the heads is actually really decent, and let down by a lack of shading and dry brushing that would otherwise make the sculpts pop. What I like about the sculpts is how they toe the line between being suitably cartoony, yet also embodying an element of realism in the way, for instance, the skin of the faces fold with their expressions. Moving on to accessories, and Bebop just comes with a gun, come drill, come sex toy for ladies living life on the edge. Due to the way his hands are sculpted in the distance between the digits, this seems to be a better fit in his left hand. Rocksteady's helmet is removable. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum, He also comes with a rifle, perhaps sniper style, with a bipod, fits into either of his hands, plus he comes with a machete that would make Rambo green with envy. Like the rifle, it can be fit into either of his hands. In fact, he can be posed holding the rifle in both hands, which does leave his machete out in the cold, so while holding his rifle like this, it would have been nice for him to have a belt loop or sheath to house the machete. Speaking of posing, let's now look at articulation. The heads of each rotate side to side, and there is also the tiniest bit of up and down motion to the head. It may look like Bebop's turtle shell shoulder armor inhibits the articulation, but both have full shoulder rotation, plus the arms move up a decent amount and then back down. There's upper arm swivels. Both have double hinged elbows. Then Bebop has lower arm rotation, whereas Rocksteady does not. Both have rotation at the wrist, plus the wrists are also hinged, moving down and up. Neither have waist rotation, but in lieu of that, both have a diaphragm joint which does rotate, although not quite as much on Bebop as it does Rocksteady, and it doesn't really move backwards or forwards any. At the hips, the legs of each move out to the side and back in. They don't move to the front very much, or neither do they move to the back very much. Both have double jointed knees, then they just have lower leg rotation. Over time, the trend with collector figures has been from more statue-like figures with minimal points of articulation to more superposable action figures, and to that end, these two would really benefit from having more articulation, particularly an ankle hinge and pivot. It would help with posing, especially with Rocksteady, who is back heavy and prone to falling backwards. So I guess it's just as well that both of them come with these individual sewer lid display bases. So which do I think is best? Well, it's hard to split them as they're a bit of a double act, aren't they? But I'm going with Rocksteady. Bebop may float your boat if you're looking for a fitting homage to the original figures, but for me the sculpt and posture of Rocksteady just embodies a bit more real worldliness that I enjoy mixed in with the absurdity of a mutated Rhino Man. Anyway, let me know if you're Team Bebop or Team Rocksteady in the comments below. Click the video on the right of the screen for my previous action figure comparison, and if you haven't already, heck, why not subscribe for more? Go on, you know you want to. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.